Hello, I'm Elizabeth Puranam in Doha with the top stories on Al Jazeera. A coup leader has been appointed in Niger after a military takeover. General Abdourahmane Tchiani says he's the head of a national council. President Mohamed Bazoum was detained by presidential guards on Wednesday.
Le mercredi 26 juillet 2023,
on Wednesday, security forces gathered within the National Council for the Safeguard of the Homeland to put an end to the regime of the Seventh Republic. Our action is motivated by the sole desire to preserve our beloved homeland. On the one hand, in the face of our deterioration of the security situation of our country, the president caused this crisis with poor economic and social governance.
Ahmed Idris is following developments from Abuja and neighbouring Nigeria.
Abdourahmane Tchiani is the head of the Presidential Guards, the group that took over power from Mohamed Bazoum on Wednesday and was still holding him. As far as we know, that's what is happening at the moment. But we understand that prior to this announcement by the military, it took them long to agree whether or not to appoint the chief of staff of the Nigerian army or Mr. Tchiani himself.
Kenya's appeal court has ruled that a government plan to raise taxes will go ahead. The finance law sparked nationwide protests supported by the opposition. At least 30 people have been killed this month. The law will double tax on fuel and introduce a housing levy. Russian President Vladimir Putin says he's carefully examining a proposal to end the conflict in Ukraine. He spoke on the final day of a summit with African leaders in St. Petersburg. Putin says he'll maintain grain supplies to the continent, and he blamed Western nations for high food prices and inflation. Typhoon Doksuri has made landfall in southeast China. It's one of the strongest storms in recent years, with gusts of more than 180 kilometers an hour. Scientists say July is on track to become the planet's hottest month on record. The UN Secretary-General has called on politicians to take immediate measures to reduce the impact of climate change.